Hey, welcome back. I just broke a couple axes cutting down this tree. Still not finished doing it. Something to note, it just went away, but when you break one of your GregTech tools, you will get a mining fatigue and weakness buff, I think. So you have to be wary of that sometimes. It's not a huge deal, it's only for like 10 seconds or something, but something to keep in mind. And I finally managed to finish this column here, so I'll try to get the rest of the columns down at least, so that I can have a nice stockpile of wood, and also to get anything that fell down from that main column, because I guarantee I got more wood than just 29 spruce logs. So just finish this up, and you can see there's some pebbles in my inventory. Those are from my broken axes. You don't have to keep them, but you can use them later on for like a source of silicon if you really want to. You can also probably just use sand. I think there's a way to crush sand, or crush cobblestone into sand rather, through GregTech. Crush dirt, gravel. Yeah, I think you crush cobblestone into gravel and then into sand. Just want to double check. Where is it? Where's the crusher? There we go. Yeah, so you can do that. So you have a couple options for silicon. I will probably just keep these for a while. Oh, fuck. Well, this isn't good. Let me get rid of this stupid witch. That was not nice. Alright. I don't even know where that witch came from. It probably just spawned underneath the tree or something. That's unfortunate. Let me make another axe. What do I got? I got blue schist, probably. What did that say? Faster on logs. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you definitely want to get a bunch of wood in the beginning. It's obviously a really easy source of fuel. It's for chests and shit, and you can use it for building, and also you'll want it for making charcoal, which you can get access to pretty quickly once you get a, what's it called, coke oven. You just turn that straight into charcoal through that. The GregTech coke oven does batches of 16, so it's really, really good quite early on. And you'll get also creosote, which you will want to use for fuel, and also for making, what is it called, impregnated wood or whatever, or treated wood rather. That'll allow you to make better barrels, tanks, all sorts of neat things like that. So it's definitely good to get that going early on if you are able to. Give me that wood. I think there's probably more wood up there on that tree. Let me see if there's any on this stupid... of course I can't reach. Whatever. I'm not going to fuss over it. I wish I got some of the spruce saplings. I'll have to find like a small spruce tree. What can you do? Let me go back over here, and I will make a shovel out of... what is basalt? Yeah. Oops. Make a shovel out of basalt, and then I will get some of that clay. Clay is, like I said in the previous episode, really, really useful early on. It's used for basically every single thing you're going to be doing. So collect a lot of it if you can manage it. You want to locate optimally a source like this where you could just clear out a huge area. And if you have what is called the aroma mining dimensions mod, there is almost always going to be frequent large patches of clay, and I think you can get there pretty early on. I don't think it takes too much to get there. It's just stone and this thing, which just takes flint and steel and some stone and stuff. I mean, you do need access to steel, which requires a bit of bronze and a little bit of infrastructure going, but other than that, not too crazy. And that'll be also a really good place for you to get ores if you don't necessarily want to go running around through your overworld and jumping over stuff and having to deal with that landscape. So I'm going to start off making some of the important things early on. What we need, clear that out, is a burning box. We're going to want a lead one to start with, and then we're also going to want a crucible. About that. Also, we're going to need to make a rolling pin, and you can do that with a knife, some sticks, and a wood. And it's kind of cool. You can see the actual material it's made out of represented in like the color. It's just a neat little quirk of GregTech. Adds some character to it, I think. I will also... oh, I should have been placing these grass bales down. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I'm not motivated right now to make a roof for it, but I'll roll the dice on that one. We need that for making a furnace. Otherwise, that recipe is not the same way it is in vanilla. It requires the use of a fire starter in the middle, rather than just having an empty space. What is that? Just shit, or flint. Okay. What else can I make? I can make some molds. These, I believe, are made like this, other way around. Oh, okay. Is it called a mold? Yeah, it is. How do you make these? Oh, of course, I always forget this. It's like that. Okay. We'll make like 5, 6 of them, just to start out with. These used to require you to fire them in a furnace and then chip each one individually with a chisel to sort of carve out the actual shape that you wanted. But now there's like a crafting recipe for a lot of these. So for if you want a plate mold, you just craft it with like any kind of block like that. For a pickaxe mold, I'll just do this with like a wooden pickaxe. Do it like that, and then you can put a pickaxe head mold like that. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, we want like a rod mold. This is a small rod mold. I think we need like a long rod for the other kind. What else would I want? Oh, probably a wooden axe would be good just for an axe mold. Oh, this is not that kind of recipe. Hold up. Need to get sticks for this. And then like that. And then I will craft the axe mold. There's definitely one that's important that I'm definitely forgetting. Ingot is not super useful. Bolts, you don't really need early on long rod. You can do that with just 2 sticks. Oh, let me craft some more of my wood here. Use my spruce wood. Long rod is definitely good. And then, what else? Plow, sense, hoe, no. Chisel, screwdriver, not super necessary. Arrow mold, interesting. Forgot that was a thing. Hammer. Hammer might be good, but I don't have a hammer at the moment, which I should make right now. Let me do that. Get this hammer. Here we go. Some of this is already dried out. So this is what dried grass looks like. It happens pretty quickly. It's sort of random, but it's usually relatively quick. So now I can use this to make furnaces. You just uncraft it back into dry grass, and you can use this as a furnace fuel. It will do half an item per. You might even be able to use this. Oh, it's worse. So if you let it dry out, you actually get a little bonus on that kind of thing. So fire starter. Is it the other way around? No. I may just be stupid. Oh, it's okay. It's reversed of what I thought it was. Let me put some of this crap away for now, just to clear this out. Put these berry bushes down, just get myself some food. You can put these berry bushes back, like on the side if you want to, but I find it better if you just leave them as, you know, full blocks, because it's sort of annoying to have to like specifically click into a specific area. So I don't usually do that. Oh, let's put that away. We'll just sort of dig down here and dig up some of this rock. I think you can use any sort of rock, at least from GregTech, and probably from most other mods, to make a furnace. So this should be fine. I'm just going to keep going down in general, just to collect a decent amount of stone. Looks like I may be directly on top of some kind of abandoned mine shaft, which is interesting. I will be cautious about that. You can also use this dry grass for torches, so definitely nice to know. It's pretty useful for a lot of different things. I think it must have a bunch of recipes. Oh yeah, you can use this for rope. That will allow you to sort of scale 1 block areas. You can use it almost like a standing ladder, so you don't have to have like supporting blocks. You can also use it for some other things, for like fermenting and stuff like that. So it has quite a few uses, and I think you might even be able to get this from wheat if I'm not mistaken, but it's generally just easier to get it from the grass there. So let me do this for my furnace. I'll probably end up making a couple furnaces. I don't know why. Okay, I'll just leave that there. I don't really care that much. I will craft these to that, and then where's my mold? Or I'll do my crucible first. So for the burning box, we need some copper plates and lead plates. And I'm not going to be able to make them 100% efficiently at first. You can almost immediately rectify that. But unfortunately, you'll have a little bit of waste in the beginning. And you also need bricks for it. So I will separate out 12 brown clay. I'll get that going. And I will also... Do I have enough? Yeah. Or I have to craft a fire starter first. Where are my sticks? I need to make more. Get my dry grass. There we go. And I'll craft another furnace. I will place that here, and then get more logs, and I will... Where'd those clays go? Are they in here? Okay. I will do this then. That way I can have multiple things going at the same time. Get rid of that rock. Sort that. Get these. Put that away. Put that away. Put that away. And these. Okay. I'll sort of just set this up wherever I kind of so please. Just for now. I'll end up making a dedicated place in a little while. I have to decide sort of where I want to live and everything, but at the moment it's not a huge deal. Just do this, and then underneath I'll put the burning box, and that should be good. I'll grab some more like marble or something just to craft things around that. I'll show you why, because I mean I'll just sort of explain it. The burning box, or rather the crucible, once it starts heating up will hurt you if you touch it directly, so I like to put things around it to make it so you can't actually touch it. Usually it just means like a slab on top or something. I can use me cobblestone slabs, alright, it's fine. Use this sand. So what I'll do is like this, and then I'll put a slab above, and then that actually makes it so you can't touch it. You can also actually... okay, I'll do another thing as well that I usually do. Basically, you just put a trapdoor over it, and it will sort of prevent you from throwing things in when you don't want to anymore. So you could just close it when you have stuff cooking in there, and then open it when you want to throw stuff in. Usually, it's better to have a clear trapdoor, but of course, I'm using spruce wood, which does not give me that option. Oh, and something else that I need is crucible crossings. This sort of lets you extend out the crucible. So normally you'd put the mold right next to the crucible and then you'd swap out molds, but what the crucible crossings allow you to do is just kind of like run a line away from the crucible, and then on either side, technically on any of the sides of the crucible crossing you can put something, but what I'll just usually do is, you know, make a line of crucible crossings, and on either side of it I'll put some molds. So that's what I will do here. I should have just left this stuff here in the first place. Oh, that's not the right thing. So I'll put this here. That is an axe mold, probably. Actually, I'll sort of order them in terms of their relevance to me. So plates usually are much more useful. Let me make these crucible crossings. Should just be able to... Okay, well. I will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be good for now. And do this. And then I will smelt up that. Okay. Is this the plate one? Yep. Alright. Plates are like almost the best, if you want to call it that, item type. You'll be using plates for like nearly every single thing in GregTech. So definitely good to put it there. And then I would say rods are pretty close to that as well. Let me see, where's my rod mold? Is it this one? Yeah. And then I think I got all my molds. So yeah, rods will go here, and then I will put, see if my auto refills off. Kind of does. Yeah, long rods are definitely pretty good too, so I'll put that there. Let me check what other mold types. I feel like I'm still missing one that I should know. Chunk, we can get rings, but that's not super relevant. I think I'm alright. I guess I can make a saw mold at some point, but not at the moment. Hammer mold, saw mold. Yeah, hammer is probably one that I'm forgetting, but other than that, I think I have everything. Sword, probably I'll want at some point. So I'll just put the pickaxe one next, and then I'll put the axe one there. It should be good. Okay. I think I'll make a bunch of raw molds, and then I'll just use like a chisel to create the other ones. I can't remember which molds like consume the tool or not, and it's usually better to err on the side of caution on that one, I think. At least for me. I could probably test it in creative mode and figure it out in a couple seconds, but you know, it doesn't really matter too much. So for plates, actually we can just directly smelt these into ingots. That's pretty convenient. So we're going to need 2 plates. Basically what you do, oh, I need an anvil as well. So let me make a couple more pickaxes just so I do not have to run back all the time. I only actually need 1 more of these to make a pickaxe, so that's definitely nice. Do this. Yeah. Leave my inventory cluttered because I will be returning very shortly. Basically, I just want to get enough red granite to make a pickaxe and replace this not great pickaxe. So I'll just dig down here. It should not be too far down under the ground, so just see. And once I get that, I will be able to sort of just use red granite for all of my tools, and you can actually use red granite as a... that's unfortunate. You can use red granite as an anvil material as well, which is definitely nice. I think you could make stone anvils probably, but red granite will last you a little bit longer, so definitely preferable. I could have sworn I had dug red granite out of here, but it's probably sitting directly next to a basalt vein or something, so that's annoying, but what can you do? Just have to find another red granite thing here, potentially. Oh, green schist. Come on. Work with me a little bit. That's still not it. Oh, copper. Definitely take that. I guess if I have to, I can make a basalt one and then just dig through the basalt and figure out where the red granite is. Should be pretty close to here. Let me make another shovel. I'll just make it out of regular rock. Why not? And yeah, there's the weakness in the mining fatigue there. It just wears off after a couple seconds, so you don't have to worry too much about it. And I'll throw away these basalt pebbles because I really don't think they're useful for a whole lot. Can make basalt plates, I guess. Stone pebbles. Yeah, I don't think this is really worth anything. It's just silicon, probably. You could sift gravel for... I guess you could turn it into gravel and then sift that for stuff. So, yeah, not too useful or anything. I mean, you could infinitely make stone anyway, which is just... I think they're ore dictionary for each other anyway, so not a huge concern. Man, I'm getting really unlucky with finding this red granite. I could have sworn it was here, but I guess I didn't mark it properly. That's my fault. I could go forward a little bit more and see if it's maybe a little bit further up. It's the joy of not properly marking things. Do I have enough? I'll just make a bunch of torches just because I want to be able to see. Should probably turn my gamma up a little bit just in general, but it's fine for now. And you can notice that when I dig dirt with this, I don't actually lose like 1/16 of my durability, which is what you would expect, I guess, with a durability of 16 on this tool. So I have, what is it, 550 now, and then now I have 525. So it uses like a quarter of a durability technically for this soft material that is dirt. Definitely nice so that you don't have to worry about, I guess, destroying your tools as often, which is definitely a bonus. Let me make another one. I'll use green schist. It seems like it's a little nicer. Huh, okay. This is a little stupid. Maybe I didn't get the granite where I thought I did. Let's take a look. See. Let me just dump a couple things back in that chest over there. I have to be careful about running. I'm still on my borrowed food, so to speak. I don't have a renewable source yet. Although I could probably pretty easily set up a chicken farm. I think if you can cook eggs, or just egg. Yeah, you can make a fried egg. That's not too bad. Alright, let me put this stuff away. Yeah, put this away for now. Put the seeds away. Put that away. Okay. I'll just go looking for red pebbles. Just a rock. Just need one red pebble. Come on. Work with me a little bit. Yeah, once I find that red granite vein. Oh, there we go. It's definitely nice to get a meteor. Yeah, meteors are not related to ore veins, like it said in the chat there, so it's just sort of like a random chance on whatever thing you find. I feel like I'm going crazy. I thought I got the red granite from like over here, but perhaps I'm wrong. Yeah, it doesn't show you over here. Definitely strange. Is this just dark, or is this black sand? Oh, that's basalt. Interesting. I guess this whole area must be made out of basalt, because that's all I was finding. It's definitely a mystery as to where I was obtaining those red granite pebbles from. I wonder if it came more from that beach area. Not a huge deal, I guess, but oh, candleberry is definitely nice. These. Trying to keep my inventory a little open so I can see if I grab. Oh, there we go, red granite. Okay, dig down here just to see if I was being deceived. I mean, I have enough for a pickaxe now, which is definitely nice. Okay, and there we go. Alright, I'll go back and get a pickaxe, and then I will come back and mine that. And that basically what you want to do is dig it once. That'll give you like red granite cobblestone, and then you will hammer that after you place it back on the ground. You'll get the pebbles. You'll get a fair amount, so it's not too bad, but it does take... Oh, okay, this is like right by my house. Amazing. It does take a bit to mine red granite. It's even with the tool that it's made out of, like a red granite pickaxe or hammer, it takes quite a bit to mine, so it's not the best in the world, but it's definitely worth to have a quality 3 tool, and also the durability on them is a lot higher and the speed is a lot higher, so overall a net positive, even though it takes a little effort. Get rid of these crappy thingies in my inventory. Basalt, put these away. I have sticks, so that's fine. And I will use this red granite to mine red granite. And let me sleep. Yeah, taking it a bit slow at the start, not super rushed or anything. Normally I might rush just straight to the crucible and I won't take the time to kind of explore things, but I'm sort of just trying to show the more leisurely path, I suppose. I'll have to remove this waypoint, then mark it over on the other spot. Delete, delete. Of course I didn't mark this other spot. I think it's generally around here. Yeah, right here. I'll mark this. Definitely good if you can find red or black granite, so that you have a nice source of this material. Yeah, you can see it takes a fair bit to mine this, just because the hardness of it is substantial. I think there is actually a quality higher than 3. There's quality like 4 and maybe even 5, but those are like really, really high tier tools. I think well, you can make it out of like nether stars probably. So definitely something interesting, I suppose, to keep in mind. But for the most part, this is as high as you need to worry about, really, as long as you have quality 3. I mean, even then, you don't really need quality 3 stuff for very much, except for digging through the earth. So you could even have, I guess, like one dedicated quality 3 pickaxe, and then you can use something like steel for most things, which is what I generally tend to do. I think I end up keeping like a little stack of red granite pebbles in my backpack and have like one hammer and one pickaxe made out of red granite, and I just use steel for pretty much everything else, because once you are at the iron making point, you can usually get a lot of it. I mean, what I generally try to do is just dig up an entire beach or whatever I can find worth of iron sand, and that will usually hold you over for quite a while. And then I will make do with that, and then usually I'll end up making like an armor set out of steel and a sword out of steel and stuff. Like just all the tools that I can make out of steel. I'll replace my entire set, and then I will kill the wither, and then I will use that nether star to make a portal gun, and then I'll just use that to move villagers around so I can have an infinite iron farm. It's a little cheaty, but, you know, it's, I think, a fair investment of time for what you get out of it. Alright, let me take these and I will smash them. Don't think there's much else use for red granite cobblestone anyway, so you can usually just smash all of it. You get like a decent amount of pebbles out of them. It's like 3 to 4 usually. So you don't ever have to worry too much about running out. And you can see the red granite pickaxe and hammer are both already damaged, even though I only mined like a little bit of them. So you can see the hardness of the material does have a pretty significant impact on the amount of durability you're using. Get rid of these two so that they don't start molding from rain at any point. And I will see how much lead and copper. I mean, I have enough copper. I just need to see how much lead I have. Otherwise, I can run around the beach and look for little lead piles. Actually, you might be able to smelt this into... yeah, it's not worth very much. I think it's probably better to just save this for Galena at some point. Yeah. You could actually make a burning box out of clay. It's not great. It has a 25% efficiency, but it does the same amount of heat. It just uses essentially more fuel for the same amount of effort. So you have to be a bit cautious, I guess, about the amount of stuff you're putting into it. At the same time, you can probably get bronze pretty early. I think there's like a bronze... I think Greg added a bronze like mix that allows you to get bronze without even having to do it in the crucible. Yeah, bronze compound, or bismuth bronze compound, I guess, if you have bismuth instead of something else. Looks like you can make it out of copper and tin nuggets. So I guess if I have tin, I might be able to just skip the lead one. Let me take a look at this burning box. How much does it take to make the bronze one? 4 plates, okay, and that should take 8 bronze. So that is 6 copper and then 2 tin. So let me see, do I have tin? I think I got tin. Lead, tin, okay, yep. I think if I smelt this, I'll get a little more than that yet. So I will do that. I'll smelt this tin, and I should have enough if I get those copper ingots. Where did I put them? Did I? Oh, they're here. Okay. So I need 4 more. There we go. Get that cooking up. That should be all the tin I need. I will just turn that into ingots. And get the copper I need after. So yeah, you can already kind of see GregTech isn't necessarily, I guess, one-dimensionally linear, if that makes sense. Like, there's sort of branching pathways you can take to get to any point, and as you go on, there's more and more options that open up for you. So you can, if you so chose to, you could run steam the entire game as your, I guess, main source of power. You could just burn charcoal or something and run steam turbines as your source of power the entire game. You could, instead, you could just go oil. You could do that the entire game. So you have a good degree of freedom, which you generally don't with a lot of other types of mods. Let me do this. Maybe you need nuggets. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Give me that. And there. And yeah, even in the beginning here, what do you need? How do you make a bronze compound? Oh, maybe you need a mixing bowl? Can you only do this in the mixer? You must be able to do this in a mixing bowl. Mixing, is it a bowl? Ceramic bowl, yeah. It does recipes for the mixer. Okay, not too bad. Actually, I already have everything in the inventory. I will do this and this. So yeah, this is another one of the early tools that you want to get, sort of. It's one that you place on the ground and you interact with it in the world. So you just put what you want into it and then you can mix it together. So you can do that. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, you just right click the center with what you need and then, yeah, there we go. So with this, I think I can smelt that into bronze nuggets just directly. Yep, okay. That will take a decent amount of fuel, actually. Oh well. Actually, I'll just use grass as fuel. I don't really care too much about my grass. I have like bales and bales of it, and I can just go collect more while that's cooking up. So yeah, I'm skipping the lead burning box and the ceramic burning box. I'm just going straight for the bronze one. And actually, if you manage to find a GregTech dungeon, you might even get like a free burning box made of like Invar or what do you call it? Steel, or you might get one out of bronze even. So if you explore and you find one of those, definitely go down because you can get yourself a nice boost pretty much at any point in the game. There's really not a point where you're gonna not want to go for them. But it's sort of I would say a waste of time to like look for them intentionally, unless you have a better form of movement than just walking around. Yeah, this is gonna be burning for quite a while. Let me do this. Stick some more things in there. And I'll fill this one up too, why not? It's an easy source of fuel. There we go. Let me put this away. There's a couple other things. I want a wooden bowl, is that what it's called? I can never remember what these things are called. There's a mixing, or what is it called? I can't remember. It's how you make, I think, treated sticks, is it? Let me look at the recipe for this. Oh, getting some recipe lookup lag here. Take a look at that. Oh, it's a bath. A bathing pot is what I want. Bathing. Whoops. This is made out of wood. Oh, okay, yeah. This takes glue or slime and also lead, so I'll hold off on that one. Not super important, but I will mark it for now. And then I also want to... Actually, I should have kept that one. Bronze burning box. Or it's burning box. Bronze, rather. What else do I want? I want a mortar. I think you can make that out of... Yeah, you can make it out of gems, you can make it out of diamonds, or you can make it out of just iron. So I will keep the iron one just for safekeeping there on the side so I don't forget. Let me take these bricks, turn these here. Actually, I should do this. Split it up so it goes faster. Oh yeah, and I also need to make an anvil. Let me look up how to do this. Okay, it takes... I think I actually kept just enough. Look at that. There we go. And you get a nice little anvil sound. So you want your anvil to sort of be open on all sides, because depending on the recipe, you need to use either the top, you might need to use this little side, or you might need to use the big side. Just as an example, there's like coils in GregTech, or no, springs rather, not coils. And if you look at the recipe to make these, you can either do it in a machine, which is definitely better because you get like a better return on the material. Oops. But in the beginning, you won't be able to do that. So what you'll want to do is use anvil, and it says like anvil bending big. So what that means is you'll put the material on, you just right click it on, it'll sit there on the top, and then you use your hammer and you will right click on the side. So this is the big side, and it has sort of a, you know, a bigger rectangle, and then this side is a little side and it has a little rectangle. So it just sort of depends. I can't remember specifically what the little side is used for. I think it's maybe used for like rings or something, but you know, just pay attention to that. If you hit the wrong side, you won't get what you want. And also if you accidentally hammer just like a plate or something on here with nothing else, if you just hit the top of it with just a plate there, you'll end up making like an item casing, which is virtually useless. So be very cautious about what you're doing on the anvil. You might end up wasting your materials. But you know, it's also good to learn it, so don't be scared of using it too much. I think I also need 2 more copper. Let me make another furnace while I'm at it, just to get prepared for these things. Oh, of course, I need a fire starter. There we go. Let me put this here and then surround that. And I will put a couple little things of fuel in there, and I will smelt this. And I will get my grass bale here. Get a couple more pieces of grass just so I can get some more bales coming out. I think what some people might assume is that you can like keep things in blocks, because in vanilla Minecraft, for example, like when you do coal blocks or charcoal blocks, you'll get like an extra values worth of fuel, or like an extra individual units worth of fuel, I guess. So a block of charcoal will be better than its equivalent of 9 individual pieces. That's not the case in GregTech. You only get the value of exactly what you put in, and even grass bales only have a value of 4.5, which is 9 times 0.5. So good to keep in mind. I think I just need to do this. So how you make your first plate is you take your ingots, you right click on the anvil with the ingots to place them down, and then you right click on the other side to split them, and then you just hammer them like this, get a double ingot, and then what you'll do with that is you put it back on, and then you right click it again and you get your plate. Actually, I need more than that. I think I need a double plate, so I need 2 more pieces of copper, actually. And you'll get these copper scraps, so you're not technically losing as much as you might assume in terms of hammering it, but as soon as you get access to casting through the crucible, you absolutely want to do that instead. It is lossless to do it in the crucible, and eventually there's like a better option as well that will be sort of an easier automation option for that. But yeah, you definitely do not want to be hammering. Just in general, you don't want to be doing things with your hands as much as possible, because the way GregTech works is that anything that you can do in a machine is almost always more efficient than what you can do just with your hands. So good to keep in mind. And we get these, so I'm going to do the same thing. I will hammer that, and then hammer that, and then I will take these 2 plates, and it's the same thing. You just do them like this, and then you will get a double plate. So now I'm just waiting for my bronze to come in, and I will be doing the same thing with the bronze, but I will not be making double plates. I'll just be making single plates. And these bronze scraps are worth, I think 1/9, or maybe, or no, what are they worth? 1/8? No, they're worth 1/9. So they're essentially a nugget. So you can just toss them back into the crucible once you're done. You can cast them out as that. You might even, I think what you can do for a lot of these scraps, like for example copper, is once you get a mortar, you can just right click the scrap onto the mortar and you'll get the equivalent dust out, which is just sort of like a nicer storage item, because you'll have sometimes just dust from other things. What am I waiting on here? Oh, just a little bit more bronze. Come on, give me what I need. I kind of like doing it all in one to go, that way I don't accidentally make a mistake, because if you end up having like an extra item on here, you know, it's easier to misclick and then create something that you don't need and essentially waste material. So let me do this. Actually, I won't. I don't know if I want to do it that way. I will maybe make stairs instead. Oh, can you not do it with marble? Maybe not. Well, that's fine. I'll just do it with sand, and I'll do it with cobblestone slabs. I'm not here to make things look pretty. I'm here to just do things easy. So now this is available for us, and we just need the burning box. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. And we will split this. Keep in mind, anvils do have durability, so you have to be... I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. You just have to... Oh, there we go. So that was the durability of my anvil gone. So I need another one. You get all these red granite pebbles back. I might just toss those, to be honest, because they are basically just silicon, I guess. I think they're, once again, or dictionary with stone pebbles, which can come from any stone tool, I think. I think I'm out of... Yeah, I'm out of red granite, so I'll have to go over and grab some. Well, these are starting to flower, and they will bloom more, bear more fruit, rather, for me in a little while. Definitely nice to have at the base, so that I don't have to worry about running out of food for my mutton, rather. Go over here. As soon as I have, I guess, a more sustainable source of food, I'll just start running around, because it's not fun to just walk. There we go. I'll probably get a little bit more red granite this time, just to have a nice stock of it. That way I can make more anvils. But as soon as I get access to iron and steel, I will make the anvils out of those instead, because, yeah, it's annoying to have to replace your anvil as often. Plus, it's easier to get bigger quantities of iron than it is to get bigger quantities of red granite, because you always have to come and mine this nonsense. Oh, is this... I guess these are just random parts of hematite and iron, or galena, rather. Alright, I might as well just break my pickaxe here. I'll just keep going until it destroys itself. That way I will have plenty to work with. Yeah, not super exciting, but you know, it's part of the process. It starts kind of ramping up a little bit. It never gets obviously overly what would you even call it? Energetic. There's not like a huge chaotic thing going on, but you know, once you start getting boilers and stuff running, it's much more interesting, because then you start getting involved with, I guess, the risky processes. Those are always fun to play around with. I might invest a little bit more into boilers this time than I usually do. Just for the hell of it, why not? It's always interesting to have a bit of a risk of giant explosions going off. But I'll show you how to make boilers more or less safe without too much material investment. There's pretty simple ways to do that. Alright. I'll just make a couple anvils, why not? Have some in my backlog for later. Put this here. Let me get another... Do I have pebbles? I do. And we'll get another pickaxe just to have, and then I will make a couple anvils, like 3. There we go. So I have 1 there, and I will store these, and then let me make some more grass bales just to get those going in the background. Put that away. Put these rocks away, put the candleberries away, seeds. I should set up a farm in a minute, but I'm not doing it at the moment. What was I even trying to do? I think I was trying to hammer bronze. Yes, I was. Okay. So I need my hammer, and then... Am I doing this right? Yep. Okay. Now I have enough for my burning box. Oh, but I do need a wrench, and I will have to make that out of either copper or lead. Oh, okay. I saw the recipe go by, but there we go. And so what you might notice is that GregTech sort of litters NEI with sort of anything that matches any sort of relevancy to a tool. So for in this example, it's not only showing the actual wrench materials, it's also showing anything that could be broken with a wrench. So what generally you want to do if you're looking for like the actual tool is go from the back. So, you know, start from the last page and then go up, and then you'll find it sort of at the back of the materials here. So yeah, okay, I just need some sort of plate. I think I'll just make it out of copper because copper is generally pretty abundant, and you saw it, there's just loads of it sort of sitting around sometimes. Actually, do I have enough lead for it? Nah, I'll just do it out of copper because I have copper ore here if I need to use that, which I very likely will. Put that here. Get some more grass bales, just turn that into fuel. Let's see. Oh, is it nighttime? Oh, not yet. I will probably need to make, yeah, more copper, just to, because you need the double ingots for those. Oh, I need fuel. That's what I'm looking for. Oops, not that. This. And then I'll put like, how many do I have? I have 4. Okay, I need 8, so I need 3 more. 3. More or less. Alright. Should really make some more chests as well, just to sort of split things up. I'll put, I can't put them next to each other in this version of Minecraft. That's annoying. I'll sort of just make this like a, I don't know, like a pebble chest or something, just to get some kind of organization going. Put all these pebbles in. And I will get, I'll throw these like scraps in here until I decide to throw them away. Get this, and then put that here. A little more organization. I'll just keep doing it as I go along. That way it doesn't become a huge task later on. Alright. Here we go. So we will make the double ingots, and then we will make the plates. Of course. Couldn't just give me that last craft. Where is my, there we go. Anvil. Put it here. And then, where's my double ingot? I'll put that here. And then I'll put those scraps away, and I'll put the ingots away, or the nuggets rather, and then I will make my wrench. So this is how you make your, oh, cannot make it out of copper. I might have just wasted my time. What can you make a wrench out of? Huh. That's interesting. Maybe do I just need a better hammer? I could have sworn there was a copper wrench. Let me see the uses on this. I'm learning as I go as well. It's been a long time since I've done this step. Maybe I end up using lead in the beginning? Can you make a lead wrench? Lead ingot? Where's the ingot? Or no, I need lead plates rather. Should be able to make a wrench out of these things. I don't know why I'm not able to. Oh, yeah, maybe it is lead that you're intended to start out with, huh? Well, I kind of wasted a little bit of copper there, but it's not a huge deal. I'll just need a bit more lead. Or how much do you get out of this lead? You get 10. Okay, I'll need a little bit more lead then. That is hematite. Do I have food? I have just my mud. Okay, I'll still walk then, unfortunately. Minor setback, not to worry. Pick things up as I go along. Oh, more copper. Oh, there's a creeper there. That's interesting. Oh, how did he see me from that far? That is odd. Okay. Hematite, that is iron. Let's see, is that coal? What is this? Hematite. Rock salt. Oh, just like regular lead. Oh, it's all rocks. Rock. What is this? Sulfur. Sulfur is, it's an okay find. I wouldn't consider it amazing because so many different refinement processes. Actually, are these getting marked by this? Let me see. What is that? Okay, yeah, it is actually getting marked by that. I won't put any more waypoints down then. It's fine. But yeah, so a lot of processes of ore refinement will give you sulfur, so you don't have to worry too much about those kinds of veins or anything. It's good to have either way, but generally not a huge deal. Jeez, I'm getting really screwed over on the lead here. Galena. Guess if I have to, oh, that's Cassiteria, that's tin. Yeah, if I have to, I can use the Galena, but I'd preferably not have to do that because there is silver in that, and you know, it's always good to get a little bit of byproduct out. I think I need like a couple more pieces of that. I'll just start putting these back down because I don't need blue schist or anything. Something that is also worth looking out for is a redstone vein that will allow you to get what is it called? Cinnabar, which is a material that it contains mercury essentially, and it will allow you to make a thermometer. Even if there's no cinnabar ore in your redstone vein, you could still, through the process of refining the redstone, you will get cinnabar out of that, so don't worry about it. And the reason you want a thermometer is to measure the temperature of your crucible. At first you'll make a handheld thermometer, and then eventually you will make one that will just attach directly to the side of the crucible. And what I'll end up doing is making a couple thermometers. I'll make one that just tells me the temperature, and then I'll make one that also regulates the temperature of my crucible. I think this is a dungeon if I'm not mistaken. I wonder what kind of spawner this is. It is a skeleton spawner. Interesting. Trying to see if there's any chests that I can snag. I feel like I haven't seen one of these kinds of dungeons in a long time. Just like spawned on the surface. Oh, there we go. This is a... okay. Jeez. Don't do that to me. Okay. What you can do with GregTech chests is actually take them out like this. And it'll keep all the materials. It's not like this for all GregTech chests. It's only ones that you have not looted. So if it's like one that you made yourself, like a metal chest from GregTech, you cannot just pick that up and like keep the materials. It will not... it'll just dump everything on the floor. And also if you open a chest in a dungeon, it will also do that if you try to break it afterwards. It's only non-looted chests that you can pick up. So be careful, I guess, when you're moving your stuff around or trying to loot a dungeon full of chests. Just generally just pick them up and then bring them back to your base and then open them there. Hopefully I'll get to showcase them a little bit because they're pretty cool to see. Those dungeons. Oh, get that Cassiterite. Why not? I don't think I got enough. 3 lead? Maybe that's enough. I don't remember how much I had. I think I only had 4 at home. I can go scour the other side of the beach too, just to see. I will put this here just to see what I got. Bronze rod, not too bad. Steel plate, pretty cool. Actually, I might be able to make a steel wrench from that instead of having to go through the process of doing lead. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you're trying to do it yourself, and you don't, obviously you won't have the same kind of spawns that I do. It's the same process that I use for the bronze, basically, but you'll it's the same process that I use for the copper. Even you take the crushed copper, the crushed lead, you'll put it in a furnace, you'll get the nuggets, you craft those into ingots, and you need 8 ingots for your wrench, and you put them on the anvil, you turn those into plates, and then you turn them into, oh yeah, you only need to turn them into plates, so then you'll be able to craft your wrench. Actually, I might even be able to make it out of bronze, but since I already have steel, I will make a steel wrench, and bypass a little bit. Definitely quite fortunate, and this has a pretty substantial amount of durability, so I will be able to use that for a long time. Definitely a lucky find there. What else did I get? Neodymium, silver, copper. Not too bad. Flawless emerald, pretty cool. It's blue sapphire. Okay, that's kind of neat. You can, once you get steel pickaxes, you can use gems to tip them, and you'll get sort of the benefits of the gem. So you'll get like the quality, the speed, and maybe the durability. Can't remember. That'll get added to your steel pickaxe. You'll also get the tool enchantment, I believe. It's definitely pretty cool if you're able to do it with like a nether star, because that will give you silk touch and it'll upgrade your durability quite a bit. Otherwise, gem tools are not particularly easy to get, so it's definitely like a way to increase the value of your... Oh shit, okay. I accidentally just disassembled my chest. That's not good, but not a huge deal. I mean, definitely be careful. It's a good lesson to learn. Be careful about where you right-click with GregTech stuff, because you might end up just, yeah, wrenching your chest away. Alright, now I can actually make my bronze burning box, though. It's definitely good to... Oh yeah, crafting with these tools does take durability, by the way. You see it just took off like 900 durabilities worth out of that. But we have our burning box, and something to look at with these is the efficiency and the energy out. Those are... So essentially, all burning boxes work off of like the same... How would you even describe it? Like base stats, I guess. So everything is derived from like base 100, obviously, like efficiency in that regard. So 100% efficiency burning box will have a certain amount of burn time for whatever fuel you put in it, and it'll output a certain amount of heat relative to that item, and that's determined by the energy out. But things that have like more efficiency will get you more net heat over time, but they might do it slower. So for example, if I showed you like an Invar, or where are the Invar burning boxes? So this burning box has an efficiency of 100%. So that means for a given unit of fuel, you'll have the maximum amount of, I guess, heat units outputted from that fuel, but it will only output 16 at a time. Whereas this bronze one will do, you'll get 75% of the value out of that material, but it'll do it at 24 heat units per time. It's a little counterintuitive to how you might interpret it, because you might assume that the heat out is sort of like independent from like the fuel value, if that makes sense. But generally, just keep in mind, if it has an efficiency of 100%, it will always give you more energy out than an equivalent burning box that will do like a less efficient burn. I've explained this very poorly. Essentially, if it has less efficiency, it will get less total heat out, but usually it will do more heat at one time. So it's sort of just like a trade-off of efficiency versus speed. But if you're looking to just do a completely efficient system, you'll want to use like 100% efficiency. But it's not a huge deal for burning boxes. So yeah, keep that in mind. So first, I'm going to want to make a chisel and a screwdriver. I think you can make a chisel... Here, how do you make a chisel head? Some of these you can just directly craft outright. Where's my chisel? How do you make a chisel mold? Let's see. Chisel head. Okay. So you need a plate and you need a rod. So I will do that out of bronze, potentially. Okay. Well, I have tin, or I have cassiterite, and I do have tin. Okay, yeah, I'll make some stuff out of bronze. Actually, I do also have bronze scraps, so I can easily do that. So let me show you this. Since I already have these things here, I can just sort of use that already. So I'll throw these. Actually, it might be better for me to go look for some iron if I can manage it, just straight off the bat, or redstone. I might go do that instead, because it's just saves me a little bit of time. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might do it off camera, and then that way I don't waste any time for that, because I think I've been recording for quite a while. So I'll stop here, and I will go look for some redstone and some iron, and then I will get back. So hopefully you enjoyed. Bye.